Hello people, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across my channel for the very first time, thank you so much. Please consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. I hope we are all doing fine. So in today's conversation is about this black African lady. I guess she's from Kenya, who create content about interracial dating. So she came on TikTok to give dating advice to women who would love to date white men, I think. And she said something that surprised people. So let's jump into her video and see what made people to be surprised. Please keep it in mind that this channel does not support any form of bullying, hate speech, or violence. We only share information for education purposes.
These are my unpopular rules as a black girl dating a whitey. Number one, if he has dated black or Asian women, especially from Thailand before me, it won't work. Boy, bye. If he cannot buy Ferragamo, boy, go home. If he claps, no. A white man that hates white women is looking for a slave. How do you hate women that looks like your mother? No. I do not care how hot my body looks like. You have to like my face. Beautiful, not sexy. There's a difference, and I prefer the former. A poor white man is a red flag. Where were your ancestors when the rest was stealing? You have a history of lazy ancestors. I am not inheriting that generational curse, my friend. I'm breaking mine. If I can smell his perfume from a distance, his trash, I should be able to hug you to smell your perfume. A white man that understands black lingo is such a turn off for me. Like, boy, please, just stay white, okay? Yeah. Tell me below your unpopular dating rules and I'll chip in more because there is more, okay? Now, slide that wig behind and bye.
Well, guys, what's your take on this video? Tell me in the comment section below. She talked about many things, but the only part that made people stitch her video is where she mentioned that a poor white man is a red flag. So let me roll the stitches. I will be back, and please don't go away because at the end of the video, I will leave my own comment.
A poor white man is a red flag. Where were your ancestors when the rest was stealing?
No, that is not the case at all. Even that statement, that direct statement is in and of itself a red flag. Are you freaking... No, that is not debatable. That is... If you think that just being poor is in and of itself a red flag... Like, okay, in what way am I supposed to preserve generational wealth? Let's go back 1,000 odd years, right? Let's go back into this. Norwegian blood, a lot of it going into it. Vikings, right? They stole. Oh my God, did they steal a lot. You know why they stole? Because the land sucked. Go figure, before you had oil, before you had any of that, the way that people would live in Norway was off bare subsistence. And past that, to get anything else, you raided. Yes, and a lot of what you raided, you would then use to be able to survive. So let me clarify this. What am I? Am I supposed to somehow travel back in time and hoard 800 years worth of wealth to exist today? How?
So you admit to this stealing?
Oh no, my people definitely stole. Are you kidding me? The Irish, the Norwegians, yeah, they stole a lot. I just don't have any of it.
A poor white man is a red flag. Where were your ancestors when the rest was stealing?
Two interesting misconceptions that people have about whiteness are one, the definition of whiteness itself, and two, whom whiteness actually benefits. So for starters, the definition of whiteness is constantly changing. Today, Jewish and Italian people are considered white. 50 years ago, this wasn't the case. Irish people, Slavic people, and Greek people are all considered white today. 100 years ago, this wasn't the case. The other thing to understand is that whiteness, as it exists as a club, not as a race, does not only benefit white people. And in many ways, it exploits poor white people in order to enable the wills of rich white people. One common example of this is the concept of the welfare queen. So Ronald Reagan in the 1980s was talking about how, there was this one woman who was having children deliberately so that she could live off of welfare. That story itself was a hoax. But throughout American history, we have had such a stereotypical image of the person who is on welfare being black and often a woman with some sort of substance abuse problem who's having multiple children in order to live off the government. There has never been a time in American history where more black people are on welfare than white people. It's always been majority white people on welfare. The reality is that whiteness is used in order to distract from class disparity and class solidarity. Oftentimes, lower class white people will feel like they are part of the upper class and that they belong, when in reality they have more in common with a homeless man on the street than they do with a rich executive who is profiting off of them. Reductive terms aside, it is important to understand that whiteness does not only benefit white people, and a great deal of white people are often in fact impeded by whiteness as a concept.
A poor white man is a red flag. Where were your ancestors when the rest was?
They were getting it in as well, but then they lost a war, they lost all their workforce. You know, these kind of economic things happen. And then that led them to try to find God, and then eventually that led them to treat people that looked different than them well. And now we're poor and we love some brown women. And by the way, you look amazing, just beautiful, so beautiful.
These are my unpopular rules as a black girl dating a whitey.
Hot take, but you could just mind your own business. Trying to figure out who the fuck you are to determine how other people date. It's giving racist.
If you cannot buy Ferragamo, boy, go home.
Ferragamo, ain't that a brand? So now she's a gold digger and racist. What else?
If he clubs, no. A white man that hates white women is looking for a slave.
Now they can't go clubbing. Okay, you're controlling, a gold digger, and racist. I'm not gonna skip over that last part, but that shit made zero sense. What does a white man that prefers black women or another race have to do with slavery?
A white man that understands black lingo is such a turn off for me. Like, boy, please, just stay white.
There are so many.
A white man that understands black lingo is such a turn off for me. Like, boy, please, just stay white. A poor white man is a red flag. Where were your ancestors when the rest was stealing?
No lies detected.
Well, where was your ancestors when the rest were stealing is really the part that got me laughing. This is hilarious. She was obviously joking. Content making is about creativity, and this might be her way of attracting views to her page. So guys, please don't take it too personal. I was surprised with the guy in the very hat, how he was stripping. No sense of humor at all. It was so funny how the palm-colored people were speechless in their reactions. The silence was so loud, but she has given them a question to think about. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and share so that other people can watch too. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for being part of the conversation. Stay safe.